Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the show tonight. It's the Doug Mountjoy and Bill Wurbanett of Rangers Radio, all there in Southside. How we doing, gentlemen?
I'm good, mate. How are you? How are you, Southside?
Aye, good to be on the night, Ox, with Albert, and good evening to everyone listening in this evening.
How are you, Albert?
I'm good, mate. I'm just trying to work out who's Mountjoy and who's Wurbanett.
Leave that up to the people. How's your good self, Southside?
Aye, mate, good. Aye, fine, mate. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Aye, 3 weeks since we've had a game, no?
Aye, it feels like ages away, doesn't it?
Aye, it does, mate. Good to get back to the football tomorrow. Big game, Southside, there.
Aye, back to the bread and butter, aye, and the business end of the season, mate. So 3 points a must tomorrow, and hopefully a decent performance, but points over performance, mate, for me.
Oh, aye. Every time, and you know, Albert.
Absolutely, mate. This is as we all keep saying, the business end of the season. So it's not to do with performances. You play the way you play, as long as you get the victories, mate. It's not interested in performance at all. I don't care how any of them play, as long as we get the victory.
Aye, I agree. It's all about points make prizes, Albert.
Absolutely, mate. This is it. You've done all the hard work to get to this point. Now you need to you put the fit right down, and go on, mate. Let's get this finished. Let's finish the job we started. And we started off badly at the beginning of the season, but now we've got ourselves into this position. It's superb effort for them. Let's just finish it now. So that's why I'm looking to, mate.
Aye, I think that's fair, Southside.
Aye, mate. Sorry, I get distracted there. I get a text in, mere hate mail, mate, to be honest. After Wednesday night, it's no stopped, honestly. Stopped me right in there. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, but it's the business end, mate, the season, as we spoke about. It's just into the final, so many games. What is it, 7 or something have we got?
9 games and
9.
potentially 2 cup games.
Aye, well, the league games we're talking about at the moment, 9 league games, so the more it ticks off, it's a home game at Ibrox, full house, and it's just about getting the 3 points. Application and attitude, mate, and obviously some have been away in international duty, so they just need to get back into the groove again, mate, and get going again. That's simple as that.
For the people listening, GB, Southside, they know how many games are left. They're just not very good at arithmetic. That's all it is. Don't worry about it. Right. 9 games, chalk it off, get the victory tomorrow. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, right? We use 2 fine gentlemen, right? There's a story broke today, and I don't want to mention it. We'll keep that for after the tune. Is that all right, Albert?
Aye, go for it, mate. That sounds good to me.
Aye, we'll keep it after the tune, because I've got a funny feeling we could have some debate. But before that, as we build up to tomorrow, we'll talk about the football. We'll hear from the gaffer. There's loads to talk about, Southside. Before,
Yep.
Right. But we would like everybody's opinion of what's happening. So, let's hear from our gaffer, Philip Clement.
Happy to see everybody again. It seems like ages ago.
It's been a while.
I'm ready.
Philippe, we'll soon take away your good mood. Can we ask you about?
Yes. You prefer a bad
a
mood?
long list of players?
You prefer a bad mood?
No, we prefer a good mood. But it can be frustrating speaking about players' fitness. Can we get an update on the players who had problems? There's quite a few who had problems going into the international break. Start with Ross McCausland.
I will say the players who are back in training. So that's Dujon is back in training. Kieran Dahl is back in training. Abdallah Sima is back in training, and Ross McCausland is back in training. So the guys who were out is Ridvan, is Ryan Jack, is Oscar, of course, Cortes, and Danilo.
Ridvan's is a new injury. What has he done whilst on international duty? Is it a long term and a short term?
It's not going to be a long term. We're going to see next week. There's a possibility he can be fit for next week, but it's still a doubt. So we will see next week to make more evaluation about that.
Of the players who are in training, are they all in contention for this weekend, or the likes of Abdullah Sima, is he further down the line?
No, they are in contention, but of course not to play 90 minutes. And then it's to make choices. If they can only play 15-20 minutes, you can of course not have 4 or 5 players like that on the bench. So we need to take that in account and to make the good choices around that.
You are very much a one game at a time manager. But given the
not the only one, I think.
But given the significance of next weekend, are you partly thinking about that game as you manage the minutes of those players?
Yeah, but it's not because it's against Celtic. It's always like that. So of course I'm focused on the next game and about getting a result, but it's always a longer term plan also with the players. I never risk players. Also not when we play Dumbarton in the weekend, next weekend. So it's always longer term. I never play with the safety of my players. Of course you can have, like at the end of the season, a decisive game and that you make a gamble together with your medical staff and your player. That can happen. During the season, never.
Abdallah made a big impact in the first half of the season, has been out for quite a while now, but how happy are you that he could play a big part in the run-in?
No, it's important, but of course he's been a long time out, so you cannot expect miracles from the start, but he has shown his quality, he has his power, his pace, he has the appetite for goals, and he came back in a good way in the training, so that's positive. It's now building rhythm again. Making him stronger again, and then he's gonna play an important part, I think, in these last 2 months.
We got the news today that from next season at Old Firm matches there'll be around 5% allocation of away fans. Is that positive news as far as you're concerned?
Yeah, for me, yes, for sure. I think everybody loves football with 2 sides of fans who sing against each other or sing towards each other. And to have this atmosphere. So nobody enjoyed the COVID period when there were no fans. That was really difficult. It was hard. For me, it was also really strange to play in Celtic Park without supporters of ourselves. So it was the first time for me. It's a strange experience. So I think everybody, every player, every manager wants both sides in the stadium, and football is about that. It's entertainment, and entertainment from 2 teams. So it's a very positive thing for myself.
You'll have managed and played in big derbies in your career. How did they differ from the game at Celtic Park, where you managed and there was no away fans?
Not that much, because you're focused on your team and the game, but you want to hear them, you want to feel them, and I'm sure the other managers want it also. So it's part of football, it's part of our lives, and you do it also for a big part for fans, and to see them happy, and to feel the respect, and to have this synergy together. So I think it's an important thing also for an atmosphere in a stadium, to have 2 kinds of fans in a stadium.
I know it's maybe not as simple as this, but there is still 2 games to go this season, Celtic Rangers games. Are you disappointed that it wasn't managed to get sorted for those games as well? I know there would have been complications.
I'm not disappointed, because I know also making rules, you cannot switch things in one day. There's a lot of organization about things, and about relocating people because you bring fans in, and all those things. So I'm not involved in that in the club. I have enough of other jobs to do, but I understand that you cannot change this thing in 1 week. So it's a very positive thing. From next season there becomes a more normal situation again.
Well, thanks for that, Mr. Fox. But we'll park the second story to later on unless the callers demand, because I've got a funny feeling the two people on the call might just see it just slightly different. Slightly different. Right, okay. Some good and bad news in there. Southside.
Aye, it was good. Well, good news was we've got a few players back, eh? That's the most important thing, I thought, at first, to get them added into the squad and strengthen it up.
So we've got boys that's training. Sterling, McCausland, Seamer, which might was a surprise, yeah. And Dowell, yeah. Albert. So there's positives there. Don't know how fit they are.
There's positives, mate, but it's no complete positives. They're there and they're back training. They should have been back long ago, mate, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, they're back now. You're not going to get 90 minutes, as the manager said. You're not going to get 90 minutes out of them. But that's not unusual for our medical team, is it? I'm happy they're back. They're better back and better. They're making available for part of the game than they no part of any game. So from that point of view, it's all positive. I'm happy about that. I'm not happy how long it's took to get them back now, but I'm happy they're back. Aye, definitely, because we're going to need them.
Aye, if you can sort of throw in Cantwell and Ruth to that, it sort of just comes back quietly just before the break, and we've never seen what happened when we went to D. They should be fitter as well. Southsider.
Aye, they should be, Ox. Ruth's impact player, if he can stay on the park for any length of time, gets a chance. We know he can score. His record shows that. But it's good that he can come on. Also, Kieran Dell sort of surprised me a wee bit because nobody had really mentioned him in weeks. And the manager pulled him out the hat today and said Kieran Dell's back training. So that's been since January, isn't it? Since La Manga. So, like Albert says, they're not going to be back ready for any time playing a lot of minutes, but to get them on the grass and get them on the park at times, if we can introduce them, it's good assets to have coming off the bench over the next few weeks in games that's going to come up, going forward.
I don't know what the timeline would be for anybody to get fit, Albert. It seems to take a long time now in modern football, doesn't it?
It does, mate. It's we all talk about winning leagues and cups and runs in Europe, no the rest of it. We all focus on that as supporters. But what really annoys me, I mean, it's the whole club and the medical team are a huge, in the modern day game especially, they're a huge, huge part of this. Our medical team, as far as I can see over the seasons, not just the new, is a very poor, mate. They don't seem to get these players back. I don't know why. Now, there's genuine players that you can't rush back. Danilo, there's serious injuries. Understand that. There's injuries there that are self-evident, mate. You're out for a long, long time. Nothing you can do about that, I suppose. But there's other injuries there that you see other teams seem to be take muscle strains and hamstrings and groin strains and things like that. And they seem to go out for a wee while and then back. And you're saying, well, it didn't seem that long ago that we're out. So they may be missing 4 weeks maximum. We miss 4 months, 5 months, things like that. It's madness, mate. It really is madness. That's my concern. I'd just like to know how many medical staff we've got, because however many we've got, it doesn't seem to be working. I don't know if it's a numbers game for them and they're rushed off their feet, or they don't know what they're doing.
Maybe rushed off their feet. We'll put it this way, they're no bonus to get them back on the pitch, Southside.
No, unfortunately, no. They seem to, even Ridvan earlier on, like he took that hamstring knock, wasn't it? And he'd never seen him for nearly the best part of nearly 4 months. It's issues and problems we've had, and we just have to try and get out of it. And I think going forward, I think Clement's got a better training sort of regime. I think when the players come back starting next season, they'll be fit and ready to go. I think you'll have them trained properly. And he's working closely with the medical staff. He says that himself. So you've got to trust him and the medical team now, all bear with their judgment and bringing them back and giving them the game time. Maybe sometimes we do rush them back too early and they break. That's maybe how they break down so quick. Don't know, but it's something going forward that needs to get sorted, doesn't it?
I just think the medical team have got too much to say. I really do. I know that it's the medical team, the manager and the player himself make the decisions. especially when it comes to slight injuries. I would imagine serious injuries, the players not got much say in it. You just got to get the treatment or operation or whatever it is to get them fit. I understand that, but it just seems to me that they overplay their hand as far as I'm concerned, the medical team. I mean, I'll give you an instance where if you watch somebody go down with a head injury, a wee knock in the head that we've seen for years and years and years, and it's all big hullabaloo and neck braces and stretchers and a million people run on and red lights, helicopters and that, and then 2 minutes later he stands up, shakes his head, walks the side of the park, stands there for 20 seconds and then runs back on the park. You go, what was that all about? I mean, honestly, if somebody's got a serious head injury, neck, head, or whatever it is, or he sparkled, it's pretty plain that the guy's in trouble. But all this carry on for slight injuries and all this overplaying it and dramatising all this garbage, it really, really annoys me. I don't know if it annoys anybody else, but it annoys me. I can't go at me. I just think the medical team are just overplaying their hand. That's what I think. And they're underplaying their achievements or their performance. I don't see them getting players back. Look, take me Salah at Liverpool. I mean, he's a serious hamstring injury during the African Cup, the Nations. He's out, back, and out again, injured, and back again, and we've still got players. Well, this is nuts. This is just nuts. By the way, I don't understand what's happening. No, I'm not to claim to be a medical expert or anything like that. There is certain things that happen, but I would just like to know what's happening in our medical team. I really do. I know the big doctors in charge, but who's all the rest of these people? I don't know who they are.
Southside, why did you start him off?
I was just thinking, I only get annoyed when he sparkled and I need to take him home.
Aye.
Yeah, by the way, you ought to see me with a baby on me. I really get going there.
Aye, right. Only time will tell. But I get your frustration, Albert. You know, I mean, if you take the boy Lovelace, for instance, you know, and
good point.
You take the boy Lovelace, you know. Yeah, I get it. And I'm not saying he was a first teamer or whatever, but that bad hamstring.
Do you know what's frustrating me? It's you're sitting right now at this point in the season, and it's in the balance. You're sitting going, right, we're in a great position here, by the way, just kick on. And all we're doing is talking about injuries and worrying about people coming back. And you're saying, they shouldn't be like this. Know the amount, one or two maybe, but know the amount we're talking. It's nonsense, mate. It's absolute nonsense. Because you've now got Roof, Cantwell, McCausland coming back, Seamer coming back, Big Sterling coming back, and you've got Dowell coming back. All no 100% fit. The whole lot of them are no 100% fit. That's ridiculous, mate. At this time of the stage, this point in the season where it's all crucial now. All the games are crucial. Every minute of every game's crucial now.
But how I know they talk about match practice and matches Southside, but how can Cantwell not be fit? But then he's then come on and done a couple of cameos, and that's 3 weeks ago now, mate. Surely it's intense fitness to get you match fit. I know they're going about playing games, but sometimes you can't. You've just got to do it in the training pitch, yeah?
Aye, well, that's what he talks about, giving them programmes today and get their fitness levels up. And then obviously on the training park, he wants to try and obviously see him in training as well and see how he's playing in that. But aye, he's not had the level. I think you think he's fit. You can put Tom Lawrence into that bracket as well. He must be back fit now as well. Oxen, I mean, he was out for a while. He came back in stages, and now he's played a certain amount of games. So you'd think now his fitness levels must be up. I know he's another one that was out for a period of time and nursed him back, went back out, come back in. So I don't know. I just think it's probably been since the start of the season. They weren't fit, ready to come back to play under Michael Beale. And then the intensity levels went up for Clement when he's come in because he wants a different style of football. Mm-hmm. And he wants people to go and work. And obviously then that comes down to your fitness levels. And that's how he's asked them to work harder, run harder, and do a thing as a team. And you've heard Dessers talk about it. I heard Daniel talk about it when they played back then. They said their start levels, what they monitor them on, the wee machines that they were, they said they were sky high. So he's put the work level into them all to make them work harder. So that's just what it's been about, mate. It's just he's wanting them to work harder, and obviously you've got to be fit enough to do it.
Aye. Right, so that was the good news. I'm glad the way you handled the good news there, Albert. I'm waiting for the bad news. Right,
No,
so
I
that was the
don't.
good news.
I think that is the bad news for me, mate. It's the good news is we're in a great position, mate. It's all there in front of us to go and do this. It's no need, and I don't see any particular problem about going to do it if we've got our team, if we get our players fit, as many players as we can get fit. I don't see any problem at all, mate. I can just see us going from strength to strength. But of course, it starts with tomorrow. It starts with that first game. There's no use looking ahead and all this nonsense if you don't start the whole thing right and get the victory tomorrow. So it's you said earlier on, it's crucial, it's vital we get the victory tomorrow, mate. There's no if, buts or maybes about this.
Yeah. So the bad news is Southside. Redvan picked up an injury away in international duty. I think he played about 22 minutes or something. We can't catch a break, Biggin, can we?
No, it's just our luck again that a player goes away in international duty and gets injured. I heard them talk about it, and he says possibly it might be available. He said he's still a doubt, but obviously they'll look at it next week. He brings a big bit of difference in that position, the way he's been playing, and I think since he's come in and had a good run of games, another player that people would have questioned his fitness and stuff like that, and some would have probably no bothered if he'd left in the summer, if he'd got a bid or he'd put him out on loan. But the wee man's certainly come in and played really well. He's good passing going forward. He's not got any fear, decent in the tackle. I thought the last time he played Maeda as well, he played him well, marked him well. So I've no fears about the wee man. I think he's a really good player. I think he's shown it now. Slightly different for Borner, and he's not asked to overlap a lot. Once we've got a winger out there, as you've seen earlier in the season, they sort of go so far up to the halfway line, but he likes to come inside Ox as well and can go and link the play. So he's done really well, Redvan, and hopefully we will have him back next week.
Aye, a blow. He's one of our foreign players, if we're being honest, Albert.
Aye, definitely, mate. It's he was probably the foreign player at one point there. The wee man's good, but again, I'm not worrying about it. If he's no fit, he's no fit. All this, we need to wait for him, and hopefully he's going to be, and all this nonsense. It's one of these situations. If he's ready, he's ready. If he's no, he's no. We just go on with it, and I like that about Clement. That's why that's his attitude to any problem. We just go on with it. Be great if the wee man's fit. I'm sorry to see him no in the team. Blah blah blah. But if he's no there, he's no there. Trouble is, who do you play? I wouldn't play Barisic for a start. I'm getting that out there right now. He wouldn't have bought Sterling if he's fit plays at left back.
We'll come to that. Right.
Yeah, of course.
But you've hung your hat out there already, mate. You've lassoed it in there, mate. Right. So I said, what we'll do is we'll hear a second part for Big Phil. And then as soon as we've had that, I think it's only right we get the phone lines open. We want people to come in, give your thoughts on what's happened in the press conference today and what they think the team could maybe be tomorrow. And slowly, I'm sure we'll build up to the Crackerjack story that popped today. What do you think? Is that a plan, Southside?
Aye. Listen, there's nothing much on the telly tonight. It's a free platform to phone in, come in and join us and give us your thoughts. And let's just talk about the famous Glasgow Rangers, mate.
Here. Talk to Albert, Southside. Legends. So let's hear for Gaffer, Philip Clement.
How beneficial was the international break in terms of just getting the squad together again?
No, in that way not, if you put a question like that, because the squad was not together. So I had today the first time all my players back, because Cyril and Fabio played on Tuesday evening, quite some minutes. They played the first game also. They had a lot of traveling to do, so they could not train on Thursday to be fit for the game. So it was the first time today. So in that way, it's a little bit, it's always exciting, because I always see our story together like a book, and I talked about that in the past, about a book, and every week writing new pages together. But it's important that they don't forget pages that you wrote together before, in the way we play football, in the way what they need to do together on the pitch. So it's a new test again, because it's seems like months ago that we played together. That's my feeling. So I want to see that they didn't forget anything tomorrow. That's a challenge.
What do you expect from Hibernian tomorrow?
So how beneficial has it been with the guys who weren't on international duty to get a bit of work in with them, or have you done any?
Yeah, it's individual. So some guys had a lot of games. They had a lot of work done the last couple of months. They needed to not to do nothing anymore, but they need to find a better balance than when they played every 3 days. So they're fresh again, and others, they had to train harder to come back after an injury. So in that way, we use the time in the best way.
In a run-in like this, Philippe, how much does it play a part that you'll play ahead of Celtic on Saturday? And
nothing. Zero. Zero. No, totally not interested in that. No, it's about us. It's about performing and focus on our performance. If we perform well, then the points follow. It's all about that. And showing the right mentality, what they've shown last couple of months, showing what we can do together on and off the pitch. Also players coming in, giving the energy to the team. It's a lot of things about us. It's only about us, and it will be about us until half of May or end of May.
That Benfica match was the first time your team obviously hadn't scored in a game under you since you came in. Is that a testament? Yeah, okay. Is that a testament to how much your team have been clicking going forward in front of goal?
Probably. When I came in, I said also I want to see a team who's dominant. I want to see a team who wants to create chances, who wants to score goals. So we've been playing like that for months. I didn't realize it was the first time. So we had the chances against Benfica, but it's a good team. So that can happen in football. And I'm not worried about that because there are much better teams in the world who don't score every game. So no, it's good proof of the intentions that the team has and the way they want to play also, and the way I want to see them play.
Philippe, there's been a lot of discussion amongst fans about Rangers set pieces, both attacking and defensive. Can I ask, are you comfortable with where they are just now, or is there room for improvement?
There's certainly room for improvement. That's because of that we are training on that every week and before every game. So for sure there's room of improvement in the delivery, in the runs, in the timing also, in the way of heading. So we're working on that hard, yeah.
For the players that were away on international duties, Cyril Dessers, Fabio Silva, did you track their performances, how they did for the countries?
Yeah, I want to know everything. I track everything, otherwise I cannot sleep. No, we know everything of them. So that's also one of the things we installed the last time when it was international duty in November, that we have contact with the players every day, also about their trainings, what they are doing there. So that one moment, maybe you can intervene when it's not enough, for example, when players are not playing, and you can have contact with the federations also to do something extra. Of course, if they do too much, you don't have control on that. That's a pity. So that's something I need to let go. That's part of our lives as managers of clubs. And I think a lot of managers have problems with that sometimes. But with a lot of federations, there's a really good contact. And it's important because it's important for us, but for them also. If the players perform here well and they develop well, it's better for the national teams also.
Philippe, is there any update on John Lundstrom on a contract?
No, because otherwise you guys would know.
Are you still hopeful and confident he will sign to extend his stay here?
Yes, I'm totally confident about that there's a lot of love on both sides. So then there will be a solution one moment.
What kind of challenge are you expecting tomorrow from Hibs?
That it's a good footballing team. It's a team who creates always a lot of chances, scores also a lot of goals, I think third most in the league. And they're really hungry to beat us. I feel it every time more that we play against each other, that the hunger and the desire becomes bigger. That's my feeling around that. So we need to see a very good Rangers team and we need to feel a really good support from the fans to play a really strong game to win against them.
The last game was quite a fiery encounter. There was a couple of red cards. Is that something
we were really calm, to be honest.
Is that something you're having to warn your players not to get involved in, or is it something you want them to go and manage?
No, it's one of my principles, and my players know. I don't want to see tackles like that. I don't want that they get involved and get emotional when they get tackled like that, and that they stay calm and that we stay with 11, and that they don't go in discussions with opponents or with the referee or all those things, that they're just focused on football and on ourselves.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Right, thanks for that, Fox. Thanks for that. He's a top man, Mr. Clement. You have guys that are leaders in life and just can do it. Guys that are similar but just can't do it. It's bizarre. He seems like a leader all bit.
Absolutely, mate. As I keep saying, the guy knows what he's talking about. He tells you some of his thoughts. He doesn't tell you the whole lot. He doesn't give you the full picture, but you can take it the way he talks, the way he sets his team up, what he expects for his teams, telling you certain situations like the tackling carry on. You just know. The guy knows. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's looking for. He's got a picture and a plan in his head, and he knows exactly what he's looking for each individual player and the team. He's just, I mean, we know bad managers, we've had enough of them. And so we know a good manager when he comes along. We've had good managers as well. So we can tell you the difference because we've had our fair share of bad ones.
Aye. But the proof's in the pudding, Southside.
Aye, it's down to the players. He talks well and he explains everything to the press. But it's down to the players when they cross that white line to make sure they carry out instruction. And they just carry on for where we left off, really. We need to get back to winning ways. So that's what he demands. But I was just had a chuckle, Albert, when he said if when Dessers and Silva come back, they couldn't train Thursday because they wouldn't be fit for Saturday. I was just thinking what you were thinking about then when he said that.
I was on top with 11 indoors. He's just got me down. I'm climbing it was, mate. It's madness. It's sheer madness. It's like one problem after another when it comes to this fitness carry on, isn't it? But anyway, they're back. They look to be fit, I think. We'll see what happens, mate. We'll see what happens.
I think I might have been tempted to give Dessers a double session yesterday.
Oh, big Dessers.
Just on finishing. Have you seen his miss yet, Southside?
What, CD9? No, I haven't seen it.
Away at Mali. Was it Mali? I don't know.
The only thing I watched was that thing you talked about the other night about the own goal.
Oh, it was a cracker, wasn't it?
Aye. The thing was, he didn't even look up. The player, he just passed that across and right into the goal. But that's the only thing. I don't really watch internationals, mate. They bore me to tears. So, but I heard his miss was bad. I think the CD9 when he went through, but he scored, didn't he? End of the day, I just want him to score the Rangers jersey when he's on the park. So it doesn't matter what he does in international duty. But on that, just quickly, see when you're talking about injuries and that, I heard the Leeds manager the night saying that he's got three players out just because they've all come back injured for international duty. And a lot of people say they get trained differently when they go in international duty and different things. And you heard Clement talking about it slightly, talking about federations and keeping the communication and want to know how the players are training and what they're getting asked to do. So it looks like he's in tappy anyway, but it sounds it. But that's probably a reason why.
I think Phil would turn up at your door if he wasn't happy. I think it's outside.
Aye, that's good. Listen, I don't doubt for a minute he doesn't keep the eye on certain players, and even the ones that go out and load and that. And that's what it's all about. It's commanding, what's happening in the club, and he wants to know. So, but he talks with authority and everything, mate. He uses class.
I agree. He's got that. If you like the X factor, Holbeer, But obviously players win matches, no managers, but managers can help it.
Oh, I mean, the players have got to respect the manager. They've got to take something off the manager. No, I mean, confidence, organisation, things like that, and a wee bit of encouragement for him. So, aye, go a long, long way, mate. We all know that. You better. I mean, his man management, for example, is superb, absolutely superb. I mean, Cantwell comes across to me as one of the boys that can go in a huff quite easily, and he's kept him on board. And it's no just with a wee cuddling on it. He's set him straight, and that's a few things which at 26 I thought he'd have realised before now. But that shows you the style of the manager. So aye, the manager's a big part of a team. We all know that. It's a team, innit? It's all together. Just on the international things, guys. I'm sick of the internationals as usual, but I'm telling you right now, it should be a UK team now. I want a UK team. I've had enough of this nonsense. If we get a UK team, the Rangers player will get in it, so I'm happy with that. I want a UK team.
Oh, I see your method. Big Jack would get in it.
Big Jack would get in it. But I want a UK team. Seriously, I do want a UK team. I'm done with all these silly wee Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland. If we're all British, we're all British. So let's have a UK team now.
You want the Olympics?
Yep.
All right, mate. All right. Listen, you have the jingle. Come and give us your thoughts. I'm going to put the two boys on the spot. I'm going to, with the news, I'm going to ask them for their team. I'll let you to come and join us. As a phone-in show after all. Come and join us. 0141 356 1972. Southside, I know you've been thinking about it a lot. Yeah?
Ever. I've been thinking about a lot of things, but in particular, you want to know?
Swiss roll and custard.
Oh, aye, certainly.
Oh dear, right. I believe you were doing your parcel draft for them less privileged than yourself today.
Oh yeah, I was a wee parcel delivery. Aye, there certainly was.
More than one, I believe, but we'll not go into the first one.
I'm sure they enjoyed it. I would like to think so anyway. I'm still waiting for a text.
I would reckon bizarrely the second one would enjoy it better than the first one, but it's not meant to be like that.
But aye, I'm sure I'm waiting in the beginnings. Maybe give me a text later.
Aye. What's it? What? Did we agree that Jack Butland will start in goal?
Aye, 100%.
Aye. We agree that Tav, Goldson, and Suter will start. Yeah.
Aye.
Yep.
Right. Left back, south side.
Either or, Sterling or Borna. Doesn't bother me, mate. Doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
Home game at Ibrox, so either or. I know Borna's last game, aye, he had a bad game. You can't dress it up anyway. He was shocking. But listen, all players can go into a bad game. That wouldn't deter me if he picks him tomorrow and sticks him in the team. Sterling just back for injury, getting at left back. Hopefully wouldn't be tested too much, get him some game time. I could see that rationale as well, and the fact that he can play left back as well as full back. So either or for me, mate, it wouldn't matter.
Aye. All but you hung your hat. 1 minute past 9.
1 minute past 8, aye.
Sterling. 1 minute past 8.
Sterling for me, mate.
Would Sterling come into your thoughts at left back any other time, or is it just because the left back situation?
Well, I would come in, but he'd come in my thoughts of where Ridvan's not going to be going to fit to play all the time now. All the time, mate. Definitely. I would not let Barisic back in a Rangers jersey. I mean, that's unless it's an absolute chaos or mental situation with no choice. But if we'll get the choice of Sterling and Ridvan there, it's one of the two that's playing at left back all the time, mate.
All right, mate. All right. Right, so we'll go with our back four sort up. We've got three. We'll go with Sterling then. Yeah, is that fair, Southside? But you would be surprised if Borna starts, yeah?
I wouldn't be surprised if Borna starts tomorrow. But I know Albert doesn't like Borna now. He's been off him a wee while ago, so I expected that.
Yes. So we move in. So I think we'll agree it'll be a 4-2-3-1 because nothing's really changed in most of the games. Maybe away in Benfica we set up slightly different. There'll be maybe a play on that with how the two sit and who sits. But so the two that if you like the sitters, for the want of a better word, Southside, would you agree that John Lundstrom, one of your favourites, is going to be one of them?
Aye, Lundstrom will start, mate. Aye.
Albert?
Yep, Lundstrom for me.
Right, now it starts getting complicated. Right, who's beside them? Southside.
Diamondi.
Simple.
Aye.
You, Albert?
Diamondi.
All right. Right, so we've got left and right, and if you like the number 10 role. So who's gone left for you, Albert?
Cantwell.
Left?
Yep. Well, no, Cantwell in the midfield. I'm going 4-3-3.
Right. All right, okay. You changing the managers. Well, he's not done there. He's not set up as a 4-3-3
Aye,
yeah.
he doesn't know what he's doing.
All right, okay. Right, so where's Cantwell playing?
Well, Cantwell played the number 10 position, so it'll be 4-2-3-1. So
Right, so you've got him in the number 10, right?
Number 10, aye.
All right, so who's gone in the left then, mate?
Silva.
All Southside left in number 10.
Silva, and I would have Cantwell in there as well.
Okay. And then your favourite position, I was going to go to Southside, but I need to go to Albert because this is his favourite position. This wide right, the phantom position, as he calls it. Albert.
Lawrence.
Okay. Southside.
I'm going the same as Albert, Tom Lawrence.
Right, the phantom position. Fox looked that up. And centre forward, Southside.
CD9.
Albert.
Roof.
Pardon?
What?
Roof.
I just wanted to hear you bark, Albert. I just wanted to hear you bark.
rough, aye.
Southside, thoughts?
He was doing all right up until he got to the striking department. I don't think he'll start Albert. I don't think he'll gamble at. I think he's going to keep him the last 20 minutes, half hours. He'll maybe last longer doing that than starting. I think that's just my opinion. You know, I mean, also if you look up the stats, did you know, say the other week, I think he's got five or six 90 minutes he's played in 2 seasons, Albert. I think he's more crucial to have. Listen, I'd love to even. I'd be keen to start him against him the following week, but I just know in my head he's probably no day and he might break down and go out. So that's how I don't think he'll start. But apart from that, I think the team we've picked's good.
80%. We'll put it this way: an 80% fit Roof is better than 100% fit Dessers. Like controversial.
It's something that a lot of people would think. It's what's the manager thinks, how he plays them, mate. How he if he starts them and tries to give him 60 or he brings them on. You know, I don't know, mate. I get your point. I think he'll go with Dessers again, bizarrely, but I don't disagree with Albert's sentiment, as mad as it is, Southside.
No, listen, if Roof could give 60 minutes and we could all sit here now and say he'll come off the park fine, I'd start him because he's probably more likely to score when he gets a chance or two. He'll probably stick it in the net. We've seen it umpteen times. We know he does it. It's just, when is he going to last that length of time? That's the only question, and the fact that he's hardly started a game in 2 years. I mean, he did. I mean, you just worry every time he hits the deck. A challenge gets put on him. You just wonder if he's going to be all right. So I think he's doing the right thing. Impact player off the bench, something positive up front. If you want to extend your lead or if you're having to try and nick a goal, it's tight, not niche. Roof's perfect to come on, and if the ball falls to him, he's more likely to put it in the net as we've lost Enochs. But I understand.
I think we're looking at the roof the wrong way round now, but I think now that he's up and ready.
Who the wrong way round, Albert?
Don't start. Come on, you. I think we're looking really the wrong way round because now he's up and fit and supposed to be ready to play and all this carry on, and he's looking for a new contract. It's not how long he can last, it's how effective he is in a game. So he's nothing to do with playing for an hour, playing for 90 minutes, playing for 70 minutes. It's how effective, how many goals can he score, how many goals can he set up in the time he's on the park. It's his effectiveness on the park that you're looking for with him now, because he needs to pay his way now. He really does. It's time to deliver. No more mollycoddling. If he can't do it, he can't do it. So we need to know. If he can do it, he can do it. If he can't, he can't. If he can't do it, get him out then. You may as well bring a boy for the youth team in. It's just as good, or it's just going to do the same thing that he's doing, because for my mind is him, Lawrence, Cantwell, Silver, they all need to start showing up now. This is it. This is a business end. There's no more all play them into the games. They need to show what they've got now. Really show their top form now, and finish this season off. And Ruth fits right into that category. Big Seamer, no, them will be the same when they come back. They need to be ready. Well, they're not going to be ready to rock and roll for 90 minutes, but they need to be effective. Whatever they're on, they need to be effective. And that's our problem, mate, all over the park at times. People are there, but they're not effective. Look at Diamondi. He came into the team and he's not played since November or something like that. Was that right? September, November, I think it was. But bang, he's effective right away. He's scoring goals right away. He's contributing in a game. That's what I'm looking for a Roof. That's what I'm looking for the other. Wee McCausland, Silver, all these players. That's what you're looking for, effectiveness. Not just run about. No, he's lasted this amount of time. He can't do that. That time's by now. That's the beginning of the season stuff, mate. We're at the business end. You need to perform now. You need to produce. Just a thought, mate.
I get it. I wonder what the manager's thought would be that, you know, if he thinks Ruth can be influential, or Seamer, you know, if you go to the last half an hour, who would be his sub to come on? Would it be Ruth or Seamer? Who's the guy who's trying to get more minutes so that he can play many of the games in these potential 11 games? Or will they start with, so let's say the team is what you start Southside, and then you bring them on for 30 minutes and you're trying to build their fitness up so they're in contention for next week. So when are you available to play 90 minutes? After you played 30, after you played 40? Or do you have to build up that you play 40, 50, 60, 70? You know, I'm struggling with some of that Southside.
I think what they normally sort of talk about is they give them the half hours and then they build it up. After that, it's meant to be up to 60 minutes at some point in a game time.
If you quarter them all, they don't play 90 minutes.
Aye. Listen, he's back training. It's just, we don't know. We honestly don't. I mean, nobody really knows what actually keeps putting them out. I mean, they said he had the hip injury and that, which was fine, and that gets sorted. So, if he's fit, and he will be a nuisance, and we know he scores goals when the ball breaks in the box and that. He's an intelligent player, but he's not been reliable. Seamer was flying before he gets injured, so probably try to get him back game time, and he will be involved, I believe, with the manager, even if it's after the split. I think you might see him play a bit more regular. Maybe by then he might be ready to do that. And like we said earlier, he's mentioned Kieran Dow. Is he going to come in at any point? No, I don't know. But
where's
it's
he
just
going to play? Where would he play, mate?
I always thought, anytime I sort of seen him in the past, I thought, to be honest, he played sort of left in the midfield, just a midfield. But the manager Bill spoke about him, he played it further up front. We seen him play for the B team as a number 10. He spoke about he plays further up the park, so you'd imagine it's a number 10-ish role. Or
Albert had him at left back.
Left back, aye.
Mm-hmm. I'd actually think it would make a good left back. I really do. Especially in the modern game, the modern right back, left backs, because they don't really want them to be defenders. Really, they want them to attack all the time and be more effective up the park and be wide and all that nonsense. He fits all there. He does all that. Plus, He goes in for challenges, mate. He's no fear. He goes right in for a challenge. I like that in a player. I think he'd make a great left back, mate.
Aye. Right, okay. This is a phone-in show. We need people to come in and phone. 0141 356 1972. Come and join us. It's going to be interesting. We could have a strong bench, but we'll know how strong. They might have about 20 minutes in total between them all.
That's what I'm saying. They say the one strip between them all. You know what I mean? It's just pass it about me. I've not even got that sweaty yet. You're right, mate. It looks good on paper, the bench, even team, I suppose, with some of the players come back from injury. But it's all about, are they going to last? Are they going to contribute in the game? That's the thing that really annoys me. I don't care, Ruth, for anybody. I don't care for 20 minutes, mate. As long as they score a couple of goals and affect the outcome of the game and a win for Rangers. That's all I care about, mate. It's sort of, you can blow out your bum after 20 minutes for all I care. As long as you put the ball in the net a couple of times, once or twice anyway, created a couple of chances, defended well, whatever your position's been, done well in the midfield. So for that point of view, you're looking at them all to say, right, come on now, let's know, I'm a wee bit tight, I'm a wee bit sore, all that nonsense, all these stupid wee injuries that they complain about, the players complain about, that all needs to be put to the side, mate. They need to just bite down on the bullet and go on with us. And that's what I'll be looking for tomorrow and the rest of the season, mate. Players to bite down, let's dig in, let's really get hold of these games and win them.
He's a hard man, Southside, isn't he?
Aye, but it's true, but we've got to start. This is when you've got to battle and fight and make sure everybody's pulling in the right direction. You've got to stand up and be counted here. It's all right saying I'm a good player and he's a good player and Cantwell's decent at number 10. You've got to go out and show it now, get in with a big performances, contribute for Glasgow Rangers. 9 games away from winning a league title. Think back to the days, Big Lafferty used to come good at this time of the season, remember? In the last, get near the end of the season, Big Lafferty was banging in goals. Novo would come on, impact player, score your goals and that.
Brilliant nickname, wasn't it? Daffodil.
Daffodil, that's right.
You know, but it's time to stand up and be counted. The players have got us into this position. We're getting players back, but we really need the players that are getting picked week in, week out to stand up and be counted. Even when it comes, I heard they saying they've been working on set pieces and stuff, so that was decent to listening to the day as well. At least I've noticed that. But no, you need to get stuck in now, mate. And if you're not having a good game, you need to make sure you're battling and trying hard anyway. Some players will have a wee bit of not play brilliant every week, but we need, in the Scottish League, we need at least 10 turning up week in, week out to win it. So that's what we need to do starting tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope Ironworks is absolutely rocking as the teams come out, keep the atmosphere going, get an early goal, and then just put the pressure on, then hopefully get another one, get to 3-0, and then we can start to make the subs that Clement wants to make.
It's important we start at pace. It really is at Ibrox. I think the managers learned that maybe for the Motherwell game. You know, we didn't start at all, you know, if we're honest, Albert.
I mean, they got their tactics spot on, mate. They pushed as the chases out of the park. But it wasn't in today with so much as that I seen. It's missed chances again. We did have some chances. Silver missed a sitter, an absolute sitter. So we had enough chances to win the game, mate. It's taking no chances. We're back to that again. Okay, they played well. They held us. They pushed us back. They chased us all down. They closed us down. They chased us all out of the park. But they didn't play well enough to win the game, in my opinion. They played well enough to we got a draw at it. But we don't take our chances. That's what cost us, mate. Again.
Aye, in that game, you're right. You're right. But the Mora tempo, I think you nailed it, Southside. You start with the right tempo, you get there and you'll make chances. And what you will get against the way Hibs play, because their manager will play that system and they'll be open and they'll try and pass the ball across their back line. You will get opportunities.
Aye, he's added some new personnel in, and listen, they've been a wee bit up and down. They've had some decent results sometimes when you thought they wouldn't get it, and other games you thought, wow, they've just been scudded there. No. So, but they play open football. They try to go pass through the lines and pass for the back, and obviously that's when we're going to be looking to shut that down. But it's to start quick and start fast and keep moving the ball about, and if nothing comes early, just keep working at it until it comes, and that's what we've got today. Grind it out, get them running, get them moving about the park. But if we can get an early goal in the first 10, 15 minutes, it'd be great. And then obviously you can look for the second one straight away. And once we get to 2-0, that's it. It should be a gap of how many after that. And then I'd like to think, like I said, get minutes into players, take some players off in the thought of next week, just so that you don't pick up an injury. But they'll make it hard, and they will come and probably look to upset us. They'll probably come and try and attack us. I think they're a bit stung for the last few times. They've had a wee bit to say about themselves. So, but we're at home, so I'd expect the job to get done. The players know what's at stake, and the manager's drumming into them that he wants them to get back into the gear, and make sure they remember how to pass the ball and get stuck in again for Rangers. So I'm looking forward to it.
Aye. See with the team he's named with the front, if you like, the front of Lawrence, Cantwell, Silva, and CD9 or Roof. There's no lot of pace there. Is that something we lack in the forward there? Is that fair? Albert.
Aye, with this team, the team we mentioned, definitely. There's pace in the club. It's just that we can't get it on the park. But depends if Matondo's on the bench and Seymour's on the bench. They might come on and make a difference. And McCausland might come on and make a difference, which I don't think McCausland's that quick right enough. But definitely Matondo and Silver. But on this team, there's a lack of pace. It's got to be movement and skill, no matter, mate. It's definitely got to be movement and skill. If we can't, well, Lawrence and Silver creating chances for Roof to put away. And if they create the chances for him and give Roof the ball in the right place, he'll score. We all know he'll score. You can't say the same for Dessers, unfortunately. I wish we could say for Dessers, but he will score some, but you're not guaranteed. But if you give the chances that Dessers gets to Roof, he'll score them. So that's my logic behind it. But you're right, pace could be a problem.
Mm-hmm. I never paid any attention. Did Matondo get any minutes with Wales Southside? Did you pick up on that?
No, he didn't get on when he went to penalties. In the game they get knocked out with Poland. I mean, he's another one that probably plays better on the left than he does on the right any time he's played on the right. Mm-hmm. And then Silva's been starting to do all right for us on the left, so you wouldn't really want to move him, I don't think. So Matondo, I think, will be on the bench tomorrow, same as Raskin probably. But I agree with Albert. I think Lawrence, Cantwell, Silva and Diamondi joining in. I think the more of that's what I'd be looking at, moving the ball up there fast, running off the ball, taking the ball and trying to run in between the lines and get into the box. And should we get to any byline, we're wanting bodies in the box and bodies at the edge of the box. But we've got 3 players across there that are good, intelligent football players. And Cantwell, hopefully, has got that wee bit of flair about him. Tom Lawrence, outside the box, both feet, get a chance, get a shot off. And you've got Silva, who can come inside and go and link to play. So, listen, we've got enough up there, if that's the ones he picks up front, and Diamondi. So, listen, it's just about making sure we get the chances, but stick the ball in the net. Once we get one, that should be enough. We start going at them repeatedly, mate, and that's it. Just keep them hemmed in. Don't give them a chance to breathe tomorrow.
Aye, we play at the tempo, the way they play. There'll be opportunities for us to score goals, and it's up to us to take the opportunities. As simple as that, all bear, isn't it?
That's it, mate. And let's be honest, they try to play. I mean, I'll be surprised if they're going to do a low block tomorrow. They try to play. Same as Hearts, they try to play as well, which is good. So, aye, I'm looking forward to it if they come out and give us a game of football. If they give us a game of football, I think we'll be more than a decent chance of beating them, no bother. But it will not be easy, mate. I don't think we're going to run out of the tap room. I don't think that for a minute. But I've given them, we'll be more than enough to beat them. Again, it's Southside said earlier on, application. If we apply ourselves to the game, we'll win it. It's as simple as that. But it's going to be difficult, mate. And we're going to be a wee bit rusty, and I remember that as well. So are they. They're going to be a bit rusty as well. Just take the chances, but that's what we'll say. Just take the chances, and there's no problem.
All right, mate. Before we go to the tune, can we give a shout out? So, we don't, obviously, there's a lot of Rangers supporters and the people pass away, but we want to give a shout out to somebody who helped us we were race night a couple of years ago now. So shout out to Big Andy. I'll never forget him. He gave us a lift in. We're going for Government Party, ended up in Wishaw, but that's another story. But Big Andy passed away, well-known Rangers supporter and supporter a lot of our community. So the thoughts go to his friends and family, and Andy was heavily involved with the Wee Rangers Club. So R.I.P. and, as I say, thoughts and prayers to all his family. Listen, get yourselves on mute, lads. We're going to have a tune.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer. The Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer. The Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, yeah, it's a phone-in show. Maybe just a phone-in. Right, we're going to part the football and talk about an off-field subject that broke the day, and I'm going to divide these into corners. So in the blue corner, we're going to have Mr. Southside with his point of view, and in the green corner, well, Mr. Albert with his point of view, okay?
Oh, no having it. No way, you don't make me. You can stick up. I'm not even in. I'm not even going to start talking. Get my colour.
All right, we'll change it. And the red corner then, the red, white, and blue corner.
I'm not taking red either. I want blue. I'm taking blue.
You were right, Southside. You went bite of that. It was easy.
I know, it was easy, wasn't it? Okay, we've got to put my blood pressure up again. I mean, you asked me to come on a Wednesday have a friendly chat, and then you started at halfway Lundstrom. Now, what you stick me in for new tickets?
How did you guess? Right, okay.
Jeez,
Do you want me to read the club statement, or are you ready to go for it?
Club statement, please.
Is he opposing this, is he? Oh, for Pete's sake. Albert, what are you about?
Oh, you knew that. You must have known that was coming.
I did when he was chasing me around the snooker, this hallway of queue.
I'm holding my queue. We've not heard anything yet.
Oh, he's not. I'm looking forward to this. You made me lost the club statement up. Dear. It's going to be interesting, Southside.
Aye, I can imagine it will be. Manager touched on it. He's
aye,
for
the
it.
manager was right behind that. Aye. Aye, but that doesn't mean all better.
I'm going to put it out right away, guys, in case you're under any doubt or illusion. I am not for it. Right, so I'll take it for there now.
What's wrong, mate? What's wrong?
What, when he's going to read the
Let's
club
have a
statement?
club statement and we'll take it for there. Was there a bridge man there?
I was going to say that, you're on mute.
I'm just getting my crash helmet on. Rangers SC notes the SPL's confirmation regarding future Old Firm allocation at both Ibrox and Parkhead. This was reached following input from both clubs, the SPL local authorities, and the league's broadcaster partners interested. Well, this will not affect the two remaining league derbies league Old Firm games this season. From next season, both clubs will be required to provide 5% of their stadium to away team for the Old Firm games, only mirroring UEFA European match model. Rangers' position has always been for away supporters to be present at these games, and with this move, a significant number of our fans will be able to support their team at Parkhead in seasons ahead. At Ibrox, this will affect supporters in the section BF5, BR5, as well as part of BF4 and BR4 in the Broomloan stand, as it would for European matches. Alternative seating arrangements for these supporters for the sections for all firm matches have been identified, and those affected will be contacted directly by the club. Who wants to go first? Southside, Albert?
Let Southside go first.
I was going to give you the pleasure and all. No, I mean, well, I was happy to hear the news, mate. I think for everybody that travels to watch the team, I want to go. I think that'll be proven when it comes out for application time next season. I'd imagine it'll be in the 20-odd thousand as normal to go to the games that normally get took up. I think it took away for it when you've got 800. When you go there with 800, it's not a nice time in the way they would conduct you when you had to go there and that. But I think it's took away for the game. We've watched it for many a year. I didn't think there was any reason at the time to cut the allocation at any time. I thought it would always be kept to where it was 8,000 and 8,000. But things changed and things moved on, and we cut the allocation. And I think now it's probably at a respectable level. And it'll keep probably people happy to a point. Obviously, everybody wants to go to the games, whether at home or away at times. So, the demand will be there for it, mate. And the manager wants it. You can go and support the team. No better feeling when you're beating them up there in the rain midden, or even winning the league up there like we did. That was some time. That was some night as well. So,
mate.
It
certainly was.
Yes, it certainly was. And that's what it's all about. And it's horrible when you get beaten. You've got, listen, we were at Hampden, you're walking out of Hampden, you can hear them singing and all that. Does it get in your goat? Of course it does. Then you think, I hope that doesn't happen again. We get them again, but it'll be us that'll be singing and that, and they'll need to listen to us and about it. Mate, you know what it's been like? It's been like that for years. And we ended up, I was going to AGMs, and I could see it coming for 4 years before they banned them, that it was coming. People were asking for it, and some people shout for it. They don't actually go to Parkhead or don't want to go. So, and they moan about it. But for the people that travel, and especially for young people, you're depriving young people, the young team, for going there and on supporting the team. We've been many a time, and we'll still get chances to go and watch the team. But for the young mob that's coming up, not the UB mob and all the young supporters, they want to go and want to go and follow the team and support them. So why should they not be allowed to go? So I am looking forward to it, mate, and I'm looking forward to being there next season.
All right, well said. Over to your good self, Albert. I'll try and stay neutral as best I can. Albert.
I mean, all the points that Southside's made is fair points, but none of it justifies letting them back into Ibrox. No, that I can see anyway. we've got to remember why they were banned. And I know people are going to go, oh, here we go, we're talking about all the stuff that happened in the past. Of course we are. I'll never forgive Scottish football, and especially them, for what went on from 2012 up to now. And you've got to remember the disrespect they showed to our club, by the way, on and off the park. The way they speak about our club on and off the park. It's ridiculous, mate. And we're now cowtelling to them. Now, you said, I was going to ask who was in the agreement with this vote. 2 clubs had their say, the SPFL and the SFA, I take it. Is that
No,
and
the Sky.
Sky. And what have they got to do with it? What have they clowns got to do with the three bob investment? What have they got to say about it? They should shut up and just stay out it. It's got nothing to do with them. Especially the reason why we kicked him out of Ibrox and start. Now, I don't like the statement that Rangers come out with that, and that's the first I heard it when you read it out there, mate. We shouldn't be coming out with a statement. I don't understand why we come out with that statement. If they come out with a statement, we're saying we've always wanted to support. We've lost the plot. Bisgrove's lost the plot. He thinks it was them that caused this ban. It wasn't. It was us. We kicked them out. They didn't kick us out, mate. We kicked them out. So it's us that was in control of this band, and we had good reason to kick them out. I don't care what MD says. I know it's bad for the Wave support, no getting away to the games, but you've got to.
We reduced it to 800, mate, and then they decided not to take the allocation up.
We kicked them out altogether. Then we gave them 800. Then they done what they were doing. They were what they're trying to do is get control of the situation. That's by banning us and no letting us up there. That's what they were trying to do. And as far as this has happened today, this 5%, they've won the battle, mate. Of course they've won the battle. They've got the 5%. One of the questions you need to ask them, once we find out what the agreement was, total agreement, because I'll guarantee you any money you want, there's add-ons in this agreement. It's 5% the first season. Who's to say it's no 10% the next season? Did they get the full end back again? Because that's what the lie will promised that Green Brigade, that he would get them back into Ibrox and that full Brumnell Road stand. He told them he would get that. Now he started his nonsense behind.
It's really surprising they all want to come back to a club they think's new, isn't it?
Exactly, mate. And they've been going on now. They'll not even call us Rangers, and they say the old firm doesn't exist. Yet we're all clamouring to get them back into Ibrox and clamouring to go to their midden. I don't understand this. You need to stop it. I'm no for forgiving them ever, mate. Forget about it. I'm no for kissing and making up. It's just it's not going to happen. It's just normally I'm not a guy who holds a grudge, right? But with them a day, I'm no for getting in with this, guys. I'm definitely no for getting in. But I want to know why Rangers supporters never got a vote on this, and I'm going to direct that question at Bisgrove. Why are the Rangers? They voted in 2012. Every supporter, every club, 2012 got a vote on Rangers to kick us out the league. Right? Every club gave their supporters a vote, if you all remember, and they all voted to kick us out the league. Fine. How are we not going to vote for this? Why do the Rangers supporters never get a vote? Why is it always somebody for your board that goes and speaks for the Rangers support? Bisgrove's no talking for me in this one. No chance is he talking for me in this. And I don't think he's talking for a lot of Rangers supporters. I want a say on this. I want a vote on it. And we never go to it. So as far as I'm concerned, no, mate. Definitely no. I'll never want them in our park.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at your stance. Southside, right to reply.
All players totally entitled to his opinion, 100%. And I understand what he's saying. Listen, you get tickets just because everybody voted as all bear right. And see, to be honest, at one point I thought I'll never go back to one of the SPL clubs again. And there's many of my pals and other people I know didn't go back and haven't went back. Some have started to drift back because they missed going to the away games, but they took a stance and they said, well, we'll just never go back to any of them, and they haven't. And it's fair play to them, they just go to Ibrox. But listen, I've heard it all before, we get behind the goal. Listen, we were going up to that dump for years and we were behind our goal and all that. It doesn't matter roughly where you're in the stadium. As long as you're in the stadium, you're making enough noise. That's what. I'm not interested in you don't see this bit and that bit. We'll get 3,000. If you get a ticket and you're unfortunate to be running that wee side bit, you will be. Otherwise, you'll be running towards the goal like we used to get. And it's going to be a European allocation. Everybody that's going to get moved out of that section will get a seat inside Ibrox. So nobody needs to worry. or anybody making a comment, that's probably not his seat. He's having to move out. No, I will not have to move out my seat, but that's not the issue. People will get accommodated.
Wait a minute. If you're going to do this, right, and I'm not saying we should do it, but if you're going to do it, we need to argue this right, by the way. If you're going to let
there's no argument, Albert, but there isn't, because there's no argument because there's no, because you get an allocation that you were supposed to up until they started their shenanigans, right? We always got an allocation for that dump along with everybody else, right? So there isn't really an issue up until the last wee bit.
There is an argument, mate.
But I'll tell you,
there is if you're going to argue it, right? What I'm saying is, you're going to argue for them to get back into your ground. The argument should be, right, okay, like for like. If you're going to get, say, if what I think's going to come, they're going to get that whole end back again. It might take 2 or 3 years, but they'll get the whole game. That's their end game, to get the whole Bruno and stand again. Now, if that's going to be the case, the Rangers fans should be arguing, right, okay, corner flag to corner flag. You're getting a corner flag to corner flag in our ground. We want a corner flag to corner flag in your ground. So we want that whole sell again. That's what you should be arguing, mate. You should try to get some advantage out of this and not capitulate too easy. I don't care about the view. Of course you should care about the view. You're paying good money to go and watch a game of football and you can't get seen it. And that's me arguing for letting them in. I'm not arguing. My argument is don't let them in. I don't care, but I don't want to see the Rangers fans disadvantaged at all, any way, shape or form. We've got to fight our end right. It's them it's dying to get into our ground, mate. It's them it's dying for Rangers to be there, but they don't want to admit it. They can't fill their ground apart for Rangers games, mate. They cannot fill their ground. We fill every ground that we play in, every single one. We fill their ground, including them. You looked at their big empty-ad stadium with their big banners round their top tier when Rangers weren't in the league. They can't fill the stadium, mate. It's Rangers that fill Scottish football grounds. No other club, just Rangers. And we never did any of that when Rangers were doing the lower divisions, coming up for the lower divisions. They were empty ground, full grounds. It's world renowned now. We're all known all over the world for it. For any division, doesn't matter where you play it, we fill the ground. It's the Rangers supporters. The blue pound is the most important pound in Scottish football. Everybody knows it. And I'm not getting it up. If we've got to get into an argument or a discussion with them, we're coming out with advantage, mate. We're not coming out disadvantaged. And I see that agreement there. Whoever done it is a disadvantage to Rangers supporters. 1,700 Rangers supporters are going to be moved to let that mob in. I don't think so, mate. A Rangers supporter is my priority at all times, mate. No ifs, buts, or maybes, and no because we want to go and see Rangers and they're midden. Rangers supporters are priority all over, no matter what ground they go to, no matter what you're doing with them. It's a Rangers supporter I stand up for all the time. So, no, I don't agree with it, mate, and I never will agree with it until, if they want to get a negotiation, let me get a negotiation. I'll negotiate with that Lywell, like fat trumpet boy. I was going to swear there. I wouldn't back down. I wouldn't. I'm not swearing, man, but I wouldn't back down.
Remember in Scotland, people monitor your thoughts. Anyway,
true enough.
We'll be joined by Smurf, brilliant all day. We'll come back to Southside, but Smurf's joined us. Evening, Smurf.
Evening, Ox. Evening, everybody. I really just phoned up because I was worried about Albert maybe having a serious coronary event there. So I just thought I would hopefully an intervention might take the temperature a wee bit. I understand what you're saying. I agree with it in principle. However, my point is this. We get into next season. Our league doesn't have a sponsor. The club can't function in isolation. It needs to be part of the league. This is the only league we can be part of. Subsequently, we're in danger of sounding parochial, and unfortunately, by and large, I agree with you all there. We're going to need to move on.
All right, Smurf, going to drop out and come back in. Your line's not the best. I think I'm getting some of the points that Smurf is making there. I'll take it to Southside, then Albert can come back in. I always thought the broadcasters might have been saying this, Albert, because I don't know the devil's in the detail of the contract. Southside.
Aye, listen, we're always going to have discussions. Rangers have always said they want support at to go there when we go. I don't think they'll ever get 8,000 back, Albert. I really don't. I thought if it came to it, come to that. But the listen, Sky just they take the league for the games against them. That's it. That's what they pay for. They don't pay for anything else. And but do they want probably supporters there and get the atmosphere the way it is, but they've seen at Hampden when it's been split? Aye, because they know what it generates and they can build it up and build it up. But I just don't see the huge outcry about it. I don't see moving a couple of supporters that's moved in European nights. And if you do a poll, Albert, and you probably split it to the support of season ticket holders, right? Just season ticket holders, I'll probably think it'd be more or less split to a point, because you're getting easy 20-odd thousand apply for most away games on average. That's what they tell you in the email.
If it goes to a vote with a Rangers supporter, which I want, and if the Rangers support vote to let them back in, I'll go with the Rangers support. Until that time, I say no. Because we're not going to say in this, by the way. We're getting dictated to.
If using Southside's point, I've got Smurfs back, I'll come back to him. I'll just put this to you what I think Southside's trying to say. If there's 20,000 apply for most away games, and roughly it is, and I'm one, Southside's you get tickets, you don't get tickets through the MyGS situation. If 25,000 of them, there's a few assumptions there, that the MyGS members are all season ticket holders, that's a support pretty much split down the middle, or you've got a stupid Brexit situation in it, because they're happy with the situation if they've applied. Is that
none of that matters, but none of this matters if you don't get the vote. If you'll put it to a vote, none of it matters. Put it to the vote and let's see what happens with the vote. And if the vote says, I let them in and Southside wants, well, that's it. I'll go with the Rangers support all the time. I'll go with the Rangers support. I want the best for Southside, not the supporters that go to the away games. I want the best for them. I don't want the worst. I don't want the best.
You want the best for everybody at Ibrox as well.
Of course, mate. Of course. And 1,700 fans. 1,700 fans have filled that ground with their 800 there. Right. Where are they 1,700 fans getting put to? And I don't think they should be put in convenience. We also build that tunnel for them when they come to Ibrox. Do they build that for us? And by the way, what's happened to the safety issues that we're all shouting about? The no letting the Rangers fans up to that piggery. Wow, safety issues. No, it stinks, mate. It just stinks of libel all over it, mate. That's what it stinks of me. I'm no for it.
I get that. I think even Southside will get that. Smurf, you back, mate?
Hello, I hope you can hear me. I hope that's a bit better.
Carry on.
You're saying you agree with me, mate. I like that bit. I
do agree with you. I don't disagree with you. However, I'm always a pragmatist. I think, we're going into next season, we don't have a sponsor for our league. And I think, ultimately, we've got today was best. Sticks, I can't even believe I'm saying this. Sticks in my craw to say this. But we've got today the best for Scottish football, because it's the only league we've got. And that's basically my point. I do agree with what you're saying, but it's impractical.
Right, we'll put it this way. Sky got a say in this, as Ox said earlier on. They got a say in it. Let's say if they go it. Say you turn around and say to them, get out of the room, you're no getting a say. What are they going to do? No show the games? What are they going to do?
They don't give you any money.
They don't give us enough money to worry about. This is the thing I'm trying to say. If they walked away for the deal, which we all really want, this deal to 2029 or whatever it's agreed to, if they walked away for that deal, I'd be delighted. I think the rest of Scottish football should be delighted as well. That means you can put it out of tender now and go and try and get a better sponsor than Sky, because Sky are doing nothing for Scottish football. That's all. And why are they getting all this say when they're doing nothing? They do the minimum for Scottish football. Let's be honest about it. Absolutely minimum. And we shouldn't be cowtailing them. And they shouldn't have a say in this matter anyway. It's got nothing to do with them. Absolutely nothing to do with them. They're just there to broadcast the games. They're not there to tell you how to run your club and who's to get in and who's not to get in. You start giving them that kind of say, by the way, they'll start, you can't say this, don't do that, and you better sing this song, and you better not do it. Get them out. Just kick them out. They've got no say whatsoever as far as I'm concerned.
Right, and breathe. Southside come back in, then we'll bring Smurf back in.
Listen, I agree with a lot of what Albert says about them, right? I get it, right? And I do get it. listen, Albert, the one thing, everybody gets sentimental about seats, right? And I'll probably piss people off here, but see, at the end of the day, Rangers don't care about you. They done it through COVID when people couldn't work and couldn't do it and people lost their seats. And I thought that was disgraceful, right? So you've got a seat and it's subject to getting moved. People get moved in European nights and all that. People get moved out certain stands to accommodate officials for UEFA and everything else. It's something that happens. I think 2,500 and the 3,000 that we're going to get is a decent balance. And I think starting back next year, it'll give, when Rangers run out, we'll be there in the stands beside supporting the team, because a lot of people will apply to go. And we shouldn't be entitled to go. You want to go and follow your team and watch them, and anybody that gets a chance to go will want to go. Whether it's there, Aberdeen or anywhere else, Dundee, Ross Counties and everything else. You've seen it all season. People are wanting to travel.
I'm not arguing about Southside of letting the guys go. I'm not saying don't go. I'm not saying that any sign should be put in place not to let Rangers fans go. If Rangers fans do what they want to do, if they want to go, I'm all for them going. I'm not holding the Rangers fans back by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just arguing about this agreement. I don't like Rangers getting into agreement. And let's get something straight on all the rest of these. I want to put this out strongly. Rangers supporters are Rangers. The board is no Rangers. Rangers supporters the Rangers support is Rangers. We're the club. No some director that comes in and then buggers off after 4 or 5 years. We're there all the time, lifetime it. Our families have lifetime it. Our kids coming up are all going to have lifetimes it. So we are Rangers. Let's no kid on, mate. And I'm not going to sit back and let this agreement here go unnoticed that the Rangers fans never get a say. Give us a say. That's all I'm saying, mate. Give us a say. I'll go with the majority. I'll go with the democratic vote, mate. But I want to say, I definitely want to say, they all had a say on us, mate. I want a say on this.
And you come, Smurf.
So how would you, my question is this to Albert, how would you practically implement a vote in it? Would it just be my GERS members that get the vote?
Well, we'll get the technicalities once we get the vote. We can work out how we do it once we get the vote. But what they're doing, Smurf, is not even giving us the opportunity to say, do you want a vote? They're not even asking you that.
If you looked at the practicalities, if you were having a vote about what's happening at the stadium, you would say that common sense would say it would be season tickets that would vote, and that if that's the way you wanted to go, I don't think it's a good idea, because then you'd be voting and everything. But I think that was the point you would make, Albert. If it was for that at Ibrox, it would be season ticket holders that would get a vote. Is that fair?
That's it, mate. End the day with all. I mean, I don't want to vote on everything, mate. I know what you're saying. I know that it could get ridiculous. What I'm saying is anything that involves other clubs outside the Rangers that's going to interface with Rangers that say, "Oh, I want to vote on." They done it to us. I want it to them. I want them to know and understand that the Rangers support are going to have a say on this. Everything that we're going to impacts us with any other club, and this impacts us with other clubs, by the way. Because this 5% should be across the board, not just the old firm. It should be every club now. Every club needs to produce 5% of their gates towards an away support.
Maybe that's the way it's going to go, mate, if you watch this space. And you come, Smurf.
I think from my point of view, the way to sort of iron this out is the club to dig deep and find a solution to increasing capacity at Ibrox. Because that's the ultimate resolution, isn't it?
Playing devil's advocate. See, I said, right, I'm going to come up with a scheme to get 20,000 extra supporters into Ibrox every week. How does that help you solve that problem if I do my bit and I get the bond holders, the bench holders, whatever you want to call them, and they take the price and they get to 20,000? How does that solve that problem?
Well, it doesn't really, but the point is, it's still, what I'm saying is 5% is 5%. So what Albert was saying was, he wants, if it's for that goalpost to that goalpost, for that end of the ground to that end of the ground, they want the same. But ultimately, 5% is 5%. In actual fact, I'm not defending them, but they're conceding more than us because they've got a higher capacity. So I don't really see the rationale in Albert's argument, other than he wants a democratic vote. And we never get a democratic vote in anything, so I don't know why we're starting now. I think I think it's ludicrous. But I do get the premises point on how we've been treated in the past. It sticks in your craw, leaves a bad, sour taste in your mouth. We know the SFA's full of them, and I get it. I totally get it.
If I was putting them anywhere, I would
it's
put
parochial.
them.
It's parochial. It's
I
parochial.
wouldn't put them in that bend. I'd put them on in the far side of the Broomloan. Yeah. So you've only got one bit of segregation, no two.
Aye. That's a fantastic shout. Mm-hmm. Totally get it. Aye, Totten Bolton.
Well, look,
and they're segregated.
Right, Smurf, you're saying my argument's ridiculous. Put it this way, right? I'm mob across the city, right? They've got things in their ground that no other club in the country, well, Scotland, have got. They've got it unique to them. Why is that? Because they've got a standing area. No other club in Scotland's got a standing area.
I bet we're allowed it. They just don't implement it.
They've got nobody's got it. We've not got it. We've applied to get it. We never got it. So they've got it. Why? Because they've got that Green Brigade, who's a political arm. They're putting pressure on their board all the time.
I'm not sure in that.
Have they?
I think so, mate.
Aye,
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But it came about, Smurf, by them putting pressure on their board to get it done, and put the pressure on their board to treat us the way they treat us, by the way, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But we let it go. But we've no say, mate. What's our? We're going to have a member of the Rangers support on one of the boards. Remember that, Carry On. How is that going to work?
Never worked.
I know it's never worked, mate. It's no practical. That is no practical. But a vote is practical. If we're going to do something with these other clubs like that 5%, we should have a vote on that. Honestly, God, we really should have a vote on it, because the reason they get kicked out is
McDonald's have just changed their menu. They never asked all their customers.
You don't have to do that, mate. It's not the same. It's not really the same. We've got treated really bad, abominably, over the last over a decade now, and we're stood back and took it. Now we've got a chance to say, right, we want to say on something here. We want to show them that we've got a support who care enough to say, no, we're not doing this. Right, now, I'm not going to cut our nose off to spite our face. I'm not saying that. And that was mean Southside and away support don't get to the away games. I'm not saying that. I'm not advocating that at all, mate. But I just want to say on what happened there. And by the way, did anybody know that we were in a discussion with that mob and any mob and the rest of them about this? Did anybody know this? I didn't know. Did you know it?
They had, mate. Listen, see at the end of the day, see when you're saying about discussions, there'll be supporters still going to games where the clubs that sank us, as I've said already. I'm going to the away games. Big Stevie's going. There's loads of people. I forgot his name. Good friend of the show, Bola. Boy. Ross, nah. Right, we could have chosen not to and said, right, we're not going to the Gruns because they've all shafted us, right? But we haven't. Mm-hmm. Right, and a lot of people did, and I respect anybody for their views and what they want to do. So this is not only now that it's a chance of getting tickets back and increasing the allocation back for the nonsense of the 800. So at the end of the day, we're getting 3,000, they're getting 2.5. It's just similar to a European night. So I don't know what the big problem is with it. I don't know how we have to have a discussion. We want to go to away games. Your Aberdeen are slashing us, Kilmarnock are slashed us, Hibs and Hearts are going to slash us. But we still get there, and people still want to go. So there's nothing to be discussed. It's just a case of we're getting the tickets, and for the people who'll be lucky enough, hopefully I'll be one of them along with everybody else that wants to go. I'll not suit everybody, but hopefully the people that apply will get a ticket and they'll go and cheer the team on and see us win, and that's what it's all about. That's all it's about.
Right, just hold your briefs there. Right, come and join us. Give your thoughts. 0141 356 1972. But to pay for this vote, I think it'd be good if we all got our money on Southside's Super 6.
Hi, welcome to Southside Super 6 for March the 30th. My first selection this weekend is Newcastle to beat West Ham. My second selection is Bournemouth to beat Everton. My third selection is Chelsea to beat Burnley. My fourth selection is Nottingham Forest to beat Crystal Palace. The fifth selection is Tottenham to beat Luton. And the sixth selection is Fulham to beat Sheffield United away from home. If you take all six, it pays 22.5 to win.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Off in the one league, very difficult, Mr. Southside, but I'll have a go tomorrow, mate. Make my week with the nation, yeah?
The things you date me, man. Shocking.
You've had 3 weeks to study the form.
Listen, that's holiday time, no football. Go out and enjoy yourself.
What have you been doing?
None of your business what I've been doing, but I've been away relaxing and away from football. And now you put me under pressure.
All right, mate. All right. Albert.
Hello.
Was it yourself or Smurf? What did come in? Was it Smurf?
It was just me briefly. Firstly, I just want to say, but I wasn't phoning up to have a pop or anything like that.
That's all right, mate. That's all right, mate.
No, because it's emotive and I absolutely respect what you're saying. There's how we've been treated over the years. It's been disgusting and it sticks in the craw. I get that, but there's a bigger picture. But my point is I've got another question for you, right? And I get that you're saying we should have a vote on it. This 5% and I respect that. That's what you want. Do you also think we should have a vote where the UEFA's, the UEFA thing where they 5% of the grunt they've decreed? Do you think we should have a vote?
Absolutely, no choice in that.
No, I know you have no choice. But my point is, I know you can't do that, and I know it's. But that's what I'm saying. I don't agree with.
I agree. UEFA. See, the UEFA one is to touch on that, Smurford. I don't agree with the away with either. I don't agree with that.
That was my point. I'm not saying that you literally want a vote, but
no, but you signed up
the
for
principle.
One at a time, boys. One at a time, and this doesn't work.
The principle of what you're saying, I get what you're saying. In principle, it's no right that they're decreeing how we're going to allocate tickets, is what you're saying.
But we know what we signed up for with Europe. You get that? It's not just us. Everybody gets it. They sign up for that. I don't particularly agree with it, mate. I don't particularly agree that UEFA walk into your ground, take out your ground, and move season ticket holders or wherever they want to move them to, whatever comes up their huff. Basically, what they do is come in and steal. All I can see is they steal the best seats. We're having the best seats, and all you can just bugger off. And if you want to see the game, fine. But we're not that bothered if you turn up or no, because it's our game, it's our tournament. That's what I see about the UEFA. They're just greedy, corrupt trumpets. That mob. I don't buy into them at all in any way, shape, form. But we know that before we get into the tournament. All I'm saying is what this is: if the democratic vote comes back for 5%, and then we get into our ground, and the Rangers support say, "Aye, okay, we're happy with that." That'll do me. I'll go with the Rangers support. That's all I'm saying. I just want to say for this: when we treated the way we've been treated. Atrocious, mate. It's atrocious what's happened to us over the season, and we're not getting any say about anything. I just want a bit of revenge. I want a bit of get it back into your control. We'll decide what we're doing. Nobody's going to dictate to us what we're going to be doing and no doing. And if the Rangers support say, "Aye, let them in," fine, I'm fine with that. Let them in then. Me, I'll vote against it, but I'll go with the majority. If that's the way it turns out. That's all I'm saying, mate. Just, and if they're going to ask for a bigger percentage later on, you got to negotiate better conditions for our away fans. We get treated like crap. The away fans will tell you the way they get treated. They go, they date week in, week out when they go in to support Rangers all over the country. No, I mean, as far as I can see, they get the worst positions in the parks. They get treated terrible. They get treated like cattle outside the park. They don't get any consideration at all, and that's wrong, mate. That is wrong. It's the 21st century. Come on, treat people right, and it's just me. It's just me in a rant, I suppose. But I'm definitely no for letting them in on the nod of Biscuit over anybody else.
What a different issues. It'd be interesting to see Southside again, playing devil's advocate and come back to you, what the 1,700 fans will say will get moved.
Listen, see, as long as you're in a run and you're in the stadium, then it's for 1 game or 2 games a season you'll get moved. Aye, it's not maybe ideal, but people are getting moved to accommodate the Union Bears. People are getting moved to accommodate the Union Bears, and probably they might use that section to maybe put people in that's going to get moved out that section, maybe move them along into that section. I don't know how Rangers will do it, but they've obviously looked at it and they've obviously worked a way out that they'll do it. There's always spare seats at Ibrox, you know, so they'll accommodate it. Some will probably on the club deck and whatever into bits of the main stand and wherever else, but they've looked at it, and see, at the end of the day, people follow is what people say, right? And you can have the argument you don't want them in, but all we're saying is the ticket allocation has been gave out, and people are going, why wouldn't you let them back into Ibrox? It's no 20-odd thousand people that travel, and maybe more subscribe will testify that they'll want to go, because they go more or less week in, week out, or the majority can when we can. So that's what it's about. It makes a spectacle of the game. Do I like every song they sing? No, I don't. I've listened to it for years and years and years. I don't care about songs. I just care about Rangers beating them on the park. And if a team can come at the end of the game and come to the support at the end of it, and we're all going off our head and they're enjoying the moment and we're all singing together, there's none of any better feeling than that, and batter them up there. And especially when we won the league up there. What an occasion that was. Anytime you beat them, anytime, whether it be at Ibrox, Hampden or anywhere, it doesn't matter. But the players want a support there. So that's what I'm saying. And it's good that we're going to get a chance to get in an allocation to go.
Mm-hmm. Aye, interesting. It's interesting, isn't it? And I think the discussion you two boys are having together will be replicated up and down the support tonight as people are sitting and maybe going to the game tomorrow. You know, I think there's a lot of similarities in what you're saying, but there's slight differences in how you want to get to a resolution, if that makes sense, Albert.
Aye, definitely, mate. I'm not trying to stop the support. I know what I'm saying will stop the support, but I'm not trying to do it. I'm not consciously saying I don't want the Rangers support to go away grounds. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm just saying is, if you're not going to get into negotiations, you need to go into this with a united front to negotiate better deals for the fans going to the away grounds and the fans at Ibrox. That's all I'm saying, mate. To me, we've just rolled over and let them scratch for belly again. Why are we rolling over like this? I don't understand that. They want us, remember, you've got to remember this, they want us. No matter how much they say they don't, they've no choice. The people that run their clubs know that they need Rangers. We've proved that we weren't in the leagues. The whole place fell to bits. It's just a shambles. Scottish football was a shambles, and it's still no recovered yet for what they've done to us. No, it's not going to recover either. If you give Sky a say in how the place is run, you don't give them. That's another one. You should just kick them out. But again, we're not done it. The 5%'s been agreed. I don't agree. It should have been agreed. And I want to ask the question: who in the Rangers side agreed this, and what conversations did they had with the executive board to come up with this and say we're going in there to agree? This is the proposal. Who proposed it? That's another one. Who proposed that? And what's the sanctions on them no allowing Rangers supporters into the ground? They just decided we're not letting them in, and nobody said anything about that either. This is the things I'm talking about. If we were united together and they knew the Rangers support were going to have a say in this, they wouldn't be doing half the things they're doing to us.
Mm-hmm. Smurf, in you come, mate.
So I'm starting to question myself and lean a bit towards what Albert's saying. No, I think what Albert's saying is that the club has acted, the hierarchy in the club, right, the directors, whoever, have acted unilaterally. And what he's saying is they should have went to the support and got a mandate to go into these negotiations. Then what I've been thinking is that, as you said, Alex, that if this conversation's happening here in Rangers Radio, this will be replicated all over in households up and down Scotland, in pubs, etc., Rangers supporters clubs, etc. So back in the day, it used to be that you could actually be a member of Rangers Football Club. You could buy a membership in the club. And I suppose the nearest modern day equivalency of that would be My Gers. Do you think My Gers members and such sort of emotive and important issues as this do you think that's an evolution? Do you think My Gers supporters could come with a vote?
I don't. I've got a different view for you, but I don't. I think that's what your AGM's for, and that's what shareholders should have. And you have a vote, and you can have resolutions. Whether you get this kind of business topic or this kind of customer topic or fan topic, whatever you want to call it, as a vote through My Gers, I don't think so. Is the facility there? Of course it is, because everybody does all these things with email now, and it wouldn't be difficult. But I don't think that would happen. Could it happen? I don't even think Albert thinks it will happen, but he thinks it should happen. Different things, Albert.
Exactly, mate. The technology is there if you want it to happen, mate. Let's not kid ourselves on. It's there if you want it to happen. But again, I'm not saying voting every single thing.
Fox just came out with a cracker. Is this a new Good Friday agreement?
But see this thing about voting, Albert.
This is a Good Friday disagreement.
But see this voting. Listen, it's just about getting more people in for the stupid 800 that go to just, didn't they? Rangers started it. We banned them first. Let's not be kidded, Albert. I went to every AGM and listened to it. To people that were stoned and saying, and the easiest thing to do is say, well, ban them and don't take tickets and that when people don't travel, people don't want to go. They don't even offer them, didn't even go to Ibrox. No, it's easy for somebody to say, aye, this day this, this day that. I think all the Union Bears and all the people that want to go, and the young boys and people like Jamba and all that want to go with his dad and go to Parkhead or go to the away game, and if he's getting a chance to go and he's fortunate to get a ticket,
don't worry, he'll grow out of that.
He'll want to go. Without his dad. But you know what I'm saying? So think how many thousands of people out there in the young team that all go and watch Rangers faithfully week in, week out, are starting to get to their European trips, going all there and watching Rangers and starting to enjoy it. And now they're getting a chance to go up there and hopefully watch Rangers win more regular. Nothing better feeling than that, mate. So why should you deprive them by just saying, we should have a vote first?
Wait a minute,
because you're saying have a vote.
I have a vote. You're allowed to have a vote, mate.
I don't think you need to have a vote. I think it's fine the way it is now. I think.
Aye, because you'll get your 5%, you get your 2,500 at Parkhead, and you're all happy about that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I think you're selling yourself short, but there you go. That's what you're happy about. That's what you're happy about, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, we didn't get a say in it. That's been dictated to you. You never had any say on that. Nothing you done or said has been made any influence on that. That just happened, mate. That wasn't anybody greeting and moaning. Lywell made a promise to the Green Brigade, and that's the reason they've had that negotiation, and that's the reason you've got 5%, which I think will increase over the years. It's nothing to do with the Rangers support, mate. We never even get taken into consideration there for this. So you got to sit there and say, how did they have a say in that? Because they unite. They're political, mate. They unite. They've got an influence on their board. We've no influence whatsoever. Who negotiated? Well, they tell me that then, Southsea. Who negotiated in the Rangers side? Who was at the meetings? Bisgrove. Who else? Was it just Bisgrove?
Probably. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. But if you're looking at it, probably Bisgrove and Bennett. That's who I would think.
Well, you're saying I'm trying to say stop the way support. I'm not trying to stop the way support. I want the way support to go and enjoy themselves and go to all the games. I'm not saying that. But you can't use that argument against trying to get some control of your club and some say in your club, the way your club's dealt with other people. You can't vote on every issue. Of course you can. That's why you've got executive board there and a football board. They run the club. The executive board run the club. The football side takes care of the football side. I'm not saying we should interfere with the boards at all, but when it comes to interfacing with other clubs like this we should have a say. They had a say on us, mate. They voted us out the league. Every supporter, every club.
So did every other team, aye. So did every other team.
They all had to say. That's the argument I'm making, is they had to say. We're not getting any say on anything. Doesn't matter what it is. It just happens to be away support at the moment. But it could be anything today with other things. But we're not going to get a say on it anyway. That's just give your money and shut up. That's basically it.
Well, listen, they do that is every year. Rangers is a football club anyway.
Of course
you know, they don't. Rangers don't actually care about anybody. They just want the money. But we've got to. We are Rangers. If it's no for the supporters in the club, I get it. Right, we know that. But what I'm trying to say is, do you honestly think Rangers care about you? You've just said it. How we get treated at away grounds, how we get treated when we go abroad, things that have happened abroad and all that. They don't care. They don't want Rangers travelling abroad. It's a headache to the club. They'd rather we didn't. To be perfectly honest. But on away grounds, we get treated like shit and all half the time. We know that. We get it from when you get up to the stadium. See, when you went down the leagues and you come up to that SPL, the policing and everything, the way you were conducted at the wee grounds to when you come up to the SPL was totally different. No, everything was different. Whereas when you're doing the leagues, it was relaxed. You could get down there.
Would you like it to change then? Would you like it to change?
Time out.
All I'll just say is, right, okay.
Time out. Good debate. I'm going to call it as a score draw. There you go. Right? That's fair. Right?
I'll take that.
Aye, some good points. Yeah. And I'm sure this story will run and run. I couldn't believe when I saw it back in the day that I knew you were on the night up.
See, this is not going to go down well.
And I feel they might come up on topic, and I do. They've already had it once or twice, though. So I get it, but it's right, good.
How do you see it panning out tomorrow? All better.
2-0 to the Rangers.
I'll go for 3-0 tomorrow.
3-0. Aye. What's your thinking for tomorrow?
Are we talking about the score or about the new law that's coming into effect? No, I'm only joking. Just watch what you say. We'll not be having this debate too often, I'll tell you. So I would say I'm going 3-0 Rangers.
Yeah, same as Southside. It's a big game tomorrow. I think, I don't know who it was the other night, made the point. I take 2 Bridgebans and that's 2 home games all better.
Oh, definitely, mate. Definitely. Any victories, isn't it? It's just any victories. 2 games.
For the next 9 games.
And it's just going to build and the excitement's going to build. And obviously 9 league games to go. And for tomorrow night, we're back top of the league with 8 league games to go Southside.
Aye, well, home games is where you expect to pick up with 3 points. We've no had much trouble dispatching Hibs this year. So we're just hoping that they're back ready, fresh, focused, and right on it for the first minute, mate. Got to be bang at it tomorrow. You can't carry too many passengers. Hopefully we'll pick the right team and they'll all go out there and play their heart out for the Glasgow Rangers. We'll have Ibrox bouncing and let's get 3 or 4 against them. That'll lead us into next week, mate. We'll take it for there in the build-up.
CD9, could he be the unlikely hero with this run-in? Holbert.
Hope so, mate. Hope so. Hope him or anybody. I don't care who's the hero, as long as we win it. I don't care.
Aye. Are you looking forward to it, Smurf?
Aye, I'm looking forward to, the last couple of games, how jaded we look. We spoke about it. You put a team out on paper and you go, that looks a strong team. And the team that turns up looks like a shadow of itself. We're all out on our feet. I just think with this wee international break, that'll lead in our pencil. Go out, we go to start right away, tempo, momentum, straight for the get-go. And I think they'll be rested enough for that. And if we can take that forward into the rest of the season, what's left there, hopefully we'll be going to Parkhead as league champions. That's how I see it anyway.
I've just had a text from one of our listeners. I think it's the only way right if I tell you who it is. It's our Northwest correspondent. And he said, Mr. Southside, can you report to HR some of your language has been atrocious?
Or did I say something inappropriate, did I?
Oh, dear.
Some midnight you might get charged.
Oh, dear. That made me chuckle all better.
I know. I was shocked. I was. It's not right. By the way, you control yourself. You
on a holiday as well, Southside. Dear oh dear.
Well, you know what it's like when you start talking about them, innit? It just gets battle fever going, doesn't it? You know. But no, listen, the more that's what it's all about, innit? Listen, all these players need to stand up and be counted. This is the business end. We've got ourselves into this position. We can only fling this away, and there's no chance of that. So, need to be bang on it tomorrow, mate. And I'm really looking forward to it. I hope Ibrox is rocking tomorrow for the team coming out and sing their hearts out all the way to the end.
And see that the Christmas presents I got you, the socks you can use a bit of snooker during the week. All better. It's a big game, mate, isn't it?
Definitely, mate. We'll get a run in, and this starts tomorrow. And we need to concentrate totally on tomorrow. And it's as Bridgman would say, it's the biggest game of the season. And it's true. It really is, right. Mate. The season starts tomorrow. Let's be honest about it, guys. The season starts tomorrow. And we need to get our act together. Really, honestly, need to get our act together.
Aye. It's like the new year, mate. It's like turn it again, go on that run, mate, and bang. There's a pot of gold that might dictate a lot of things. And they might want to give us thousands of tickets if we can turn the screw on them as a club going forward. The whole debate could change. Smurf, have we got the manager to steer us through this?
Aye, I think we do, and I don't think we've just got the manager to steer us through this. I think we've got the manager to assert an era of dominance for Rangers over the rest of Scottish football. I totally believe that, and I'm full of confidence going into the last 9 games. Totally. I'm just going to go. My last point is the two you Southside and Albert. Just calm yourselves down. You'll get indigestion. You'll not be ready for your fix later on the night. Right, I'll see you later.
You ought to see them arguing about the toasties at the snooker.
See you later, lad. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you later,
Cheers, Smurf. Cheers, Smurf. Last word for your good self, Albert.
I enjoyed that tonight, mate. That was good. A heated battle. I like a heated battle. It's a good show. And we're all concentrating for tomorrow. That's a side issue. It's done out of the way. Now we go in with the business tomorrow and get the 3 points.
Yeah. Southside.
No, it was good debate tonight. Always a pleasure to be on with my good friend Albert. I respect his views and I agree with a lot of what he says as well. But we're getting the tickets back, mate, and that's it. We'll be full steam ahead for next season up there, and we can batter it right out up there and see a victory. But thoroughly enjoyed the night, mate. It's all about tomorrow. It's all about the Glasgow Rangers, and that's what it's all about. Fear no foe, mate. One team, one crown. So thanks for having us on tonight. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Cheers, mate. Listen, thanks to Smurf for joining us. Thanks to you two boys, Albert and Southside, for doing the show. Fox and Old School both for doing the technicals. Everybody for listening this bank holiday. Rangers Radio will be back tomorrow as we build up to a victory against Hibs at Ibrox. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See you back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Take it away, Old School boy.